This portion of the programming was made possible at Clarion Hospital. Clarion Hospital is located off of Exit 9 of Interstate 80. Clarion Hospital offers outpatient services, transitional care, as well as an emergency room open around the clock every day of the year. More than 400 employees and 80 physicians work to serve the community. Call the Clarion Hospital at 226-9500. Clarion Hospital, providing health care to Clarion County and surrounding communities since 1954.
This portion of the programming was made possible through a grant by Fox's Pizza Den. Fox's Pizza Den is located on Old Route 66 in Clarion and offers all-day delivery. Phone 226-5555. That's 226-5555. Fox's Pizza Den is open 7 days a week for your convenience. Phone 226-5555.
Do you want complete coverage of local, state, national, and international news as it happens? Then tune into Clarion's very own TV5 News Live for complete coverage of the Clarion area and our world. TV5 News crews join with crews from the world's news leaders, CNN, to provide complete coverage of the day's events. With advanced satellite capabilities, TV5 News can bring you as it happens. So tune in today and Wednesday night for Clarion's very own TV5 News Live.
This portion of the programming was made possible through a grant by the Carpet Barn. The Carpet Barn is located at 470 South 5th Avenue in Clarion. The Carpet Barn is open Monday through Saturday for all your carpet needs. So call the...
This is TV5 News Live.
Good evening and welcome to this TV5 News Live Update. It's Tuesday, April 3rd, 2001. I'm Pat Grace, and here's a look at some of the stories we'll be covering for you in the next few minutes. A Main Street building has been sold. Find out which one coming up. Plus, the latest in the South China Sea. And the Greeks were singing this weekend. Find out what I mean coming up. We begin tonight with the story. A four-year-old from Beaver Township is dead tonight after an incident on the family's farm. The child was playing in the farm's feed bin and inhaled an excessive amount of the feed that blocked his airway. Attempts were made to revive the victim, but were unsuccessful. Look for more on this story tomorrow night on TV5 News Live at 8. A landmark building on Clarion's Main Street is changing hands. The Garby Theater, once a staple destination for Clarion University students and members of the community, is now owned by the Sioux family, the same family who owns and operates Chinatown on Main Street. The family said the building will not be used as a theater. Rumors are that Chinatown will move to the theater building, but the Sioux family says those reports are statistics are in for Clarion County, and it's a bit of good news. The unemployment rate for Clarion County was 7.1% for the month of February. That's down 0.4% from January. This drop comes after a sharp increase from December's 5.5% rate to January's 7.5% rate. Last year at this time, unemployment in the county was 6.9%. Warned investors, the tone set after the closing bell, when several tech-related companies said the slowing economy was cutting into profits more than previously expected. Also, the dispute between the United States and China over a grounded U.S. spy plane added to the market's uneasy mood. The Dow Jones Industrial Average dropped 292 points to close at 9,485. The NASDAQ Composite sank nearly 143. Well, it just ended 10 minutes ago, Clarion Borough Council, and now we have a recap. TV5's very own Jessica Curry joins us live from the Clarion Free Library. Jessica?
On whether or not to conduct a $20,000 study which would synchronize the lights on Main Street and establish a light at 2nd and Main. After a lengthy discussion, President Raymond Austin suggested that the study be limited to establishing the light at 2nd and Main and also decrease the cost to $10,000. This motion was approved. Now, if you intend to build in Clarion Borough, apply for a sewage tap now. According to Bob Reagan, he is the zoning officer for the borough. The Department of Environmental Protection will only allow 20 taps per year. This is because the system is overloaded, and currently the waiting list is into 2003. Now, we also revisited the sidewalk ordinance tonight. Council passed a motion that will penalize residents who do not maintain the borough sidewalks. In other news, Council approved a motion to advertise for summer paving jobs. Council did not release the names of the streets and roads to be paved, but did say that $42,000 has been set aside in this year's budget for paving. Finally, cleanup day is May 19th. Reporting live from Clarion Borough Council, I'm Jessica Curry, TV5 News.
Thanks, Jessica. We apologize for the technical difficulties. We're having a little troubles because of the weather tonight. Well, a clear message from President Bush to the Chinese government: give back the crew, give back the reconnaissance plane, or risk diplomatic damage. But while U.S. diplomats were permitted to visit the crew today on Washington's core demands, Beijing has remained silent. Here's Jamie McIntyre.
The Navy's EP-3 Ares surveillance plane is seen here in a Chinese news agency photograph. Its nose sheared off from the mid-air collision with a Chinese fighter jet. Two of its propellers are severely damaged. U.S. officials say the plane's pilot had to fight to save his aircraft, which took a frightening 8,000-foot dive before landing safely on Hainan Island. The plane is packed with sophisticated super-secret listening devices, seen here in photographs obtained by CNN of a similar aircraft. Sources tell CNN that U.S. intelligence indicates that Chinese authorities have begun to strip the plane of its highly classified equipment, in defiance of Washington's claim that any such action violates international law and custom.
It's not like this was a choice. The aircraft commander clearly felt that the aircraft was in danger, and he had 24 lives that he was responsible for.
The Pentagon continues to maintain that the slow-moving Navy reconnaissance plane was on a standard flight path, well known to the Chinese, and did not turn into the Chinese F-8 fighter jet that collided with the American plane's right wing.
It's something akin to flying a flying pig. It does not maneuver well. The air crew is trained to go straight and level. They don't practice formation flying.
Pentagon sources say despite the harrowing plunge, the plane's crew radioed it was able to begin destroying data, erasing hard drives, and disabling some equipment even before the plane landed. But it's still unclear how much of an intelligence bonanza the Chinese may find inside.
If the Chinese acquired and kept a fully capable Ares intelligence plane with all the mission software and intelligence tapes intact, that could be a major setback for American military intelligence. On the other hand, if the Chinese just spend a few days looking around an airplane and the crews erased all the intelligence, they might learn a little bit, but not enough to make a difference.
Pentagon officials say China is taking a hard line and fear that could signal a new Cold War in Asia. Meanwhile, the Pentagon is listing the 24 crew members as detainees and charging that China is holding them illegally. Jamie McIntyre, CNN, The Pentagon.
A new book about convicted Oklahoma City bomber Timothy McVeigh went on sale today. The book, titled American Terrorist Timothy McVeigh and the Oklahoma City Bombing, hit the shelves in some Dallas stores. But the book won't be available in all stores. Retail giant Walmart won't sell the book. A spokesperson for the company says that Walmart is doing what it thinks is right by keeping the books off the shelves. The Greeks were singing this past weekend. Well, not just any Greeks. Sororities and fraternities from Clarion University participated in Greek Sing Sunday afternoon. And our very own Mark Despotakis was there and has the story.
From Amazing Grace, to Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. The Greeks were singing. It was the kickoff of Greek Week 2001. And we will certainly remember this day. We had no fears, but the Greeks had dreams of victory, carefully preparing every note vocally and visually.
It was really fun up there. In previous years, we were probably a little bit more nervous, but since it's like our third year, or at least my third year doing it, it was pretty fun. It was a lot of fun.
So fraternities and sororities practice for weeks for Greek Week, especially Greek Sing. It's a lot of fun for them, but it's also a lot of fun for the audience, especially the informal performances.
At times, it looked like ancient Egypt and the country farm. But there was also fierce competition.
Those that had good harmony, I enjoyed very much.
And when the Zetas won, well, they almost brought the balcony down. Everyone had a great time and made memories that will last a lifetime.
It was an awesome experience. We practiced a lot, and it was so much fun to actually get up on stage and perform it in front of everyone. And we felt like it was a big accomplishment, and we're really proud of ourselves.
In the Marwick Boyd Auditorium at Clarion University, Mark Despotakis, TV5 News.
Greek Week activities continue through Saturday with the Greek Olympics Saturday at noon at the stadium. So go out and cheer on your favorite members of the Greek system. Well, that's a quick look at tonight's headlines. Tune in to TV5 News Live tomorrow night at 8 p.m. for a complete half-hour recap of the day's news. Have a good night. I'm Pat Grace. That's news to me. We'll see you tomorrow.